Hi besties, welcome to my channel. Today we are working on banana wine. Trust me, this wine is so good, tastes heavenly. So this is day one of our process. Day one because we will need 3 days for this. Like our process is going to be completed on the 3rd day. So after we are going to start the process today, we will keep. The following day, it will still be kept. And the day after, that is when we are going to strain out our wine. So the quantity of water that we have here is 3 liters of water. And the amount of bananas we are working with is 7 bananas, but you can do 6. 6 bananas will go for 3 liters of water. It just happened that when buying, I got excess, and so I just had to use all because the excess was just 1. So 6 bananas will go for 3 liters of water. So you just look for a clean bucket or anything you want to use which has a lid, preferably something that has a lid that you'll be able to cover throughout those 3 days that you will need to keep it to ferment. So that being said, I'm using a transparent bucket so that I'll be able to cover properly. So into the transparent bucket, you just pour in your 3 liters of clean water. And the next thing you're going to do is to peel your bananas. That's after washing them, because if you do not wash them, you will touch the bananas, and when you peel and you have to press with your hand, you will dirty the inside as well. Because many people are always like, why should you wash bananas? It's the inside you're eating, not the outside. But if you don't wash it, trust me, no matter how you want to handle the bananas, you unconsciously touch the inside and get it dirty. And from what we are doing here, after you peel the banana and break it, you have to pieces it. So like what I'm doing, you see me break it and then I try to pieces with my hands. That will go a lot easier. So you break and then you just pieces a bit into the water. You repeat the process for all the bananas, 6 of them. And take note, if you want a larger quantity, you just have to keep doubling the recipe, triple it to whatever quantity you want. Like if you want double of this, you do 6 liters of water with 12 bananas and so on. So the larger the quantity you want, the larger the amount of water and the more bananas you will need. So this is the very last banana we are breaking into the water. If you've been watching up to this point, you've not subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that whenever our videos drop, you'll be notified. Meanwhile, don't forget to like, comment and share to your loved ones. Thank you. So day 1 is done and we have to cover and keep it to ferment for 3 days. Now this is the last day. I'm so excited to see the finishing process. What you will need for this last day is a bowl you're going to be straining it into, and a cloth that is very light. Looking at this cloth I'm going to use, from afar you would think it has holes. It doesn't. The part that looks like holes is just a net. So that will help me to be able to strain properly. So you need to note that in straining out your wine, you will need a light and clean pieces. So in here I already have my pieces and I have my wine that has made 3 days already. So for me to strain that out, the bowl that I'm using is just going to be okay for the straining. So I'm just going to, like what I've done now, place into the bowl the pieces and then pour out the banana all together with the wine. And guys, you can look at the banana and the wine is just okay and just enough inside the bowl. So once you raise up your pieces, the wine is already going to be in the bowl, but we have a lot of excess in the banana itself, in the banana itself, and we need to strain that out. So you will squeeze the pieces with as much strength as you can. But since you are using a light pieces, which is almost like a net, it is going to come out easily. But trust me, you won't want to use a net that has larger holes, because the wine is going to come out with banana particles, and at the end of the day your wine is not going to be neat. So we have strained it out, we have squeezed, and this is what we are getting. Now we will have to strain for one last time because of all this foam we are seeing and all these bubbles. We need to clear that out, and we need to clear out every other little dirt that is left. So what we just do now, look at the texture of our wine. It's already giving, like, guys, it's so nice, it's so good. So what we are going to do now is to transfer the wine back into a previous bucket. But in transferring to a previous bucket, we have to rinse it, like, let it be clean. Remember, we had overstayed banana in it, so you have to rinse it and then pour in the wine that you've already strained back into the bucket. After pouring it in, we have to strain back using that same dish. So you ensure that you rinse it up. Look at the excess of bubbles and the extra dirt from the previous liquid we strained out. So what I'm doing right now is I am rinsing the dish before using it again to strain for the last time, and here it is. We have re-rinsed it and it is now neat and okay to just strain out the last batch of the wine we need. So I go in again with my pieces after throwing out the chaffs of the banana, rinsing the pieces and rinsing again to endeavor that there are no particles that are going to dirty our wine again. So I just place it back into the clean bowl and come in again with the wine. Now all this excess foam, all these excess air bubbles, we don't need them. So this is what this last process is going to do now, to extract all that foam and make sure that we get something clean. Guys, look at that. Just take a look at how neat and good it is. Trust me, if you're to give this to someone to take, they will not know the difference between this and palm wine and natural palm wine. But the taste is different. Once you taste it, you cannot lay your hands on which direction the taste, the flavor and everything is coming from. I just had to give a couple of friends this afternoon to taste, plus my students, and they were like, oh my god, I can't wait for my parents to taste this, I can't wait for every other person to taste this, and they were curious about the recipe. So guys, this is the last piece and this is what we have. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe and tap the notification bell, please. Bye bye.